Yeah. So getting a few of the baskets done for the foundation, for the pads. About 12 of them done or something right now. 120 by 120. 10cm spacings. Alright. The missus. Hello! She's actually doing most of the video work. Right. So just starting on the retaining wall here. So every 10cm there's a reinforcement going in. So this one's coming up a little bit higher here. In between, there's another set of blocks down here. So the gap in between is 20cm of concrete. That's how straight that is. Damn straight. Yeah. So then once that's done, then we've got fascia, stone fascia going on. Proper stone like we use in the gabions. So let's go and have a look up the top. And that wall's going to go quite high. 3.9 meters high on here. From the height of the terrace there, coming down. There's actually going to be two sets of steps coming down either side of the pool. Clients requested. So we'll do stone step for that. And here we've got the framing around. So basically we've got pinned up, marked up right across there, and every where we need them marked off the plans. It's all measured up and marked off. These squares, that's the size of the pads that's going in for the F1s. F2 are the smaller ones. These are only a 1 meter square pad. Let me climb in. So you've got them out there, you've got a pin here. So these are F1s, and the orange yellow ones are F2s. So that's the centre of each pad. So there's an F1, there's an F1, there's an F1, F1, F2 for the side of the pool. That's the yellow ones there, F1. So you have two there, two F2s, F2 here, same on that side of the pool, and then the garage. And for the main house is all F1s, 1.5 meter. So it's basically coming off. This is all going to be built up and then drops off, and then pretty much leveled off and drops off again down. But the house is quite high up here. It's about another, well, the floor or the base of the foundation is roughly where the camera level is now, and the house is above that. So a nice view of the river, nice view of the mountains in Laos. So there we go. a bit of a setback. The bottom end popped, which I had a slight feeling it might happen. That's why I was only going 3 blocks high, or 2.5 blocks high down there. You see on here it's only 2 blocks, but when you went like a block and a half, or just above a block. Yeah. So now I'm cutting away the bad section and taking out the old pops here. For the reason being, because I bark now, yeah, my dear, yeah, and my dear, too close. So, okay, for Ban Kuntai, I like it, I don't care, but for me, I bark now, right? I just says for a Thai house, I don't care, but for me, it has to be done right. So, like this is correct, right? So it's got some load, it can take a lot of load, you know. So they have to redo it. At their cost means I have to work Sunday for free. So all that's got to come out. The other side's fine. So I've got to take it right up onto this corner and I've got to tie this corner in a bit better. So I do have some problems on the site. It's not always perfect, as I show you guys. I do have some situations that need to be fixed by the workers. And tie this here, board what means headache. But I already told the client I was expecting that to happen. So the excess concrete that we had, we just put on there, and now that is under support for when we actually put the road in on top of that. So we still got graded anywhere, but it's still soft in places, so I'm just putting the concrete where the soft parts are. There we go. So what I'm planning there, doing the 3-phase. So the posts are going for the 3-phase that runs underground all the way up. My electrician's busy putting temporary electric all the way to the top there, so when they're working up there. The guys move in on Tuesday here into the campsite. There's going to be a lot of people on site working up on the top there. If they're going to put wire on, they need to put it yaw, not just nid-gnawing. When they're ready to do the concrete, I'll use the wheel loader and I'll bring sand and stone down.
โอเค ถ้าเกิดจะผสมคอนกรีตเดี๋ยวเขาเอาทรายมาให้
หาเป็นแต่เย็นเนาะ
เย็นๆบนทอน
จะทายผมไปเลยผม
มีบล็อกมาส่งค่ะก็ปูนเขียววอลช้างไทย yes.
อันนี้150
ใส่ให้เต็ม
At least we're getting somewhere up on the top there. So I'll show you some update on that now, in a moment I should say. So here I'm making my own pin curves. You just can't buy them in Thailand. I'm doing our biscuits, or our spacers, 4cm. So we're getting quite a few done today. I think we're at nearly 1,000. We've still got quite a few to go yet. Leaving the tools out. Judd, can you put that in the office? In your bike office. Don't leave it lying around. Let's go and have a look at this retaining wall. So basically, this is the day after. Getting this one poured up, this part and stopped so far, because that's the maximum height we're going to go for this part here. So we pulled out all the bad block work, put more reinforcement in, so that we've done all that. Now I've told them to go to the first block that was done this morning and just fill up with some hardcore. Like, how known? Ni set out or? Oh, okay. Yeah, so they've gone up the first block all the way around. Yeah, okay. So I've just made sure I went straight. They built it up again yesterday, but had a bit of a bow in it, so I made them pull it down again and start again. Oh God! He said, no, but put the level on, yeah, upright. And I says, yeah, but make sure it's straight and level. So I'll be off tomorrow, and then we'll go up a little bit higher, and then we'll fill up to here. I just keep doing that. So I've asked them to fill that part there. Put the stopper on. Make sure you step it. There, Carl. And you can step so that locks in. So I'm going to put some 40cm steel rebar in, so I've got something to bind into when I pour tomorrow. Even though, I mean, we're putting a cladding, well, not cladding as such, it's the same stone that we're using down there. That'll be going on the front and on the top, and a little bit over on the other side when we fill out with dirt, you know. So it's a proper solid retaining wall. So it's over 40cm thick. The wall, when it's done, it'll actually be more nigh on 60cm thick when the stone on. So I need to make sure the stone gets tied in properly as well. I'll show you that when that time comes. So as long as I've got the retaining wall built, I start backfilling with soil like a couple of weeks after, you know, make sure everything is secured properly, and then we can move on. So all on the excavator, it's been doing a cracking job getting this land sculpted a bit better on the second tier. Non-stop, this guy. I mean, he's been at it 20 odd years, something. So he lives in my old house with the PA and driver, Jen and Judd. Had the mechanic come out for this one yesterday. Drove around yesterday for 15 minutes, no problem. I kept saying, no, it fails after 5 minutes. I get it after 5 minutes. Can't drive it. I think it's a selector for the forward and reverse, you know. So this has still got to go lower down here and then level off. So this is going to be pretty much level. It's a little bit of a slope, slight slope, but not really noticeable. Embankment there. So where the road is, that line there, we're putting trees, foxtails coming down here. Be foxtails on the other side. Bit of a curb edging, that's what I'm building now, the curb edgings for that side and this side. It is all going to be grass and trees dotted around. Yeah, it's got a metal spine. He had an accident a good few years ago, but this guy just doesn't stop. So he's keeping in with it from the road to here, it's 4 meters, then slopes. At one point it'll be level somewhere down here, and it'll go higher here, so the slope will be opposite. But it's going to look good when it's all done, the landscape work. Just can't wait to start breaking the ground on Tuesday. So I think I mentioned before, we've got our site electric all the way up the top there now. So we're going to be having people living on site come Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday. It's going to take 15 minutes to clean up, 5 o'clock to finish. Key out the hả?อะไร? Clean? นี่ห้องเหรอ? Oh, there. Okay, good. Good. Put that one on there. Basically have all the things labelled up. Excavator, bobcat, excavator, which model excavator it is. So we get some organisation here. So I just had all the A3 plans laminated. It's going to look awesome this house when it's done. So I just colour code and mark out what's what for the pad pile, for the foundation beam layout, for the codes. A lot of 16mm rebar on this one. That's the roof beam. They're hidden for the parapet. That's the steelwork for the parapet, or for the roof. That's a beam there. If you look on the orange there, that's 16mm. The blue is 12mm. So it's all big, thick steel for this house, this project. Only 12's okay, but some big ass beams in here. So 57-year beams instead of normally 40. So anyway, this is my office. Keep cool. The aircon unit there.
Tập bên đây bên phía mua sưởi nữa.
Alright, so let them cure overnight. Bit of a mess, like, so we've got to clean up and put plastic down for do the next lot. So yeah, we've got a few out already. So we're just going to let them cure under the stem stairs here. So they turn out really good. Pin curves, heavy duty. Yeah, about 5 inch by 2 inch, 5 meter long. It's got a lot of air done now. So I've done laminated plans. You see that's what's going to look like there. There you go. So this is what we'll probably do, set out next. So that's your pad piles. So we've been adjusting, because we buy them in like that, we've been adjusting them like that. So doing that, not that. We're teaching the guys how to get a 90, 3, 4, 5. Then I put this on for the staff area so they can actually go through the drones every day. See how we're getting on over here. Still doing the spacers, got quite a few done already. 4, 5 bags. Got about 2,000, nearly 2,000 done now. 1,600 or something. So let's see how we're getting on with it. I've got the wall sorted. I've just undone the other part, a small retaining wall. Helena? Okay, maybe I'll sort it out. I've got a slow puncher. So I've just been sorting out the electrics for the trailer. So putting some new lights on. So I'll just change that over, change that over. Change the lighting on it. We've got quite a few pin curbs done. Nice and heavy duty pin curbs. That's what I like to see. I love it when a plan comes together. So they're matching up with the other side now, for the heights. And a cracking job. So this one's all done now. After our little mishap. So I've got a nice thick reinforced retaining wall. And we've done all this properly. After me kicking off a good bit. So that's that all done. Goes past a bit. Yeah. So it's all going to be stone anyway. They're starting to do some building behind us over there. They stopped for a while because of the rain. They come back and look at the state of the road you've got to deal with. So our truck gets bogged down in that. And ruts. So I hope they get them sorted out. So yeah, we'll have this one done. Pretty much done in a couple of days. This side. And we'll start working on getting the road in on this part. Nice job. See how they're putting the retaining pins in as well on every one. Even though that's the height of it there. And it's stronger than us, I think. Good job, Neil. D. So we're ready for the next part of the build. So I'm raring to go for the main build. Just things I need to point out there, the stuff, all the stuff. When you're connecting up from your tier, your beam, your floor, or your pad, you don't have that too short. It's actually got to go down, right down, tied well in. I'll show you the picture of that, what happens if you don't. So it's just some of the drone of the house. So give myself 5 minutes, cool off, and then get cracking again. So this morning we have rain, so I thought I'd show you what we're dealing with and how we're sorting things out as it happens. There's Judd over there just making some tracks for water to run off. Well, that there is not too bad, but you can see the water running down here. Also running from here off the terrace there. So we've got water running down. So the drain system that we've done stopped us from running down the road. Yeah, you've got to clear that dirt out. You see the dirt on top of the stone, you need to clean that out. I'll go all the way down, did it? Right, okay. So as you can see, it's coming out the pipe there as well as come down here. So it's just to divert the rain. It's coming down here as well into our gully down there. So you guys are making some covers while they carry on doing the block today. So yeah, this is what we'll have to deal with in the rain. I mean, right now it's light. In the night it actually came over and ran down. Yeah. So I've got to be careful, don't wash out. Undermine the footings. Oh, we'll clear there. Got a little bit of a catch up there. So I'm going to fill this up with dirt anyway. So because this has been put down this year, I've got to make sure it stays solid. You know, so we can get the wood down. So I've got to compact it again. So the excavator still levelling off on the second terrace there. Done a fantastic job. Even though it's raining, he's still working. It should be. Just with his English American pants. See how it's running down the track there and running straight into the pond. Right, so we're digging a trench here at the back of the campsite. That's the runoff, runs into the pond from the shower. So we're going to connect into that, the tank, and bring it all the way over to the gate area. So this side of the gate and the other side of by the drive, both sides of the drive will have water supply to do the irrigation for the trees that we'll be putting in. So we're just putting a trench in. So I think what we'll probably do with this area here, we'll not actually take it out, we'll actually probably be part of the garden system. So we'll have the irrigation, we'll have like a potting shed. This will probably be a potting area, and then the office, what's the office, will actually be for the irrigation control room, you know. So we're just trying to plan ahead.
วัน3 วันแล้วรับรางวัลแล้ว
Right, so let's have a look, see how the guys are getting on today. They are whizzing on today and they're doing a nice clean job, so I'm well pleased. So they're getting a fair bit done today. So rebars in. This is the maximum height for this anyway. And they matched it off at the same height as the 2 block high there and then 3 block there. Same as this. We've got the spacing right, we've got the block set right. I'm well pleased with that. So they'll have that finished tomorrow. Block work that is. So that's, and then we can start getting this poured in. So we'll do pour half the road, 15 centimetre thick. That's 15 there, quite thick, 6 inches. I'll do the same one there. So I'll do half 3 metre, pour the road this side, let that go off for over a week to 10 days. When that's cured up properly, then we'll do the other half going up to the end here. So that's the plan for this. So that gets the road in, so all that'll be meshed up. Putting some more hardcore in, and then get it meshed up for the concrete. So I want to get it up because we have the gate here. Gate comes right here. So I'll close that off. There's going to be a bit of a wall down to the there. Keep it private. We might leave this in. I've got to work something out how I'm going to do this properly, you know. Find the run off. Because we're going to hide it all anyway. Once we get the palm trees in and some other lady palm, Thai called junk, and some other bougainvillea and stuff we're going to put in. Same on there. Foxtails, lady palm, and whatever other plants we can think that'll look nice. So you can see what happened this morning. The rain. See, I mean, now it's like 4 o'clock. Yeah, 20 past 4. The ground's hard again. But you see all the valleys. So it's a good indication of how the rain falls on the land. This excavator driver, oh, absolutely fantastic guy. So he's done a nice job of grading. See how level that is there. Then this one will level off and then come up a little bit higher and slope off a little bit. And retaining wall down there. There's a retaining wall going right across there. But there's also 2 sets of steps coming in to the terrace of the house either side of the pool. So I'm just waiting on some injectors for the red excavator, so you can jump on that one. Even though this is only a small, a 28, he's still doing a good job, but that one's much quicker, the 5 tonner. There's only 2.8 ton. Well, I like how he's working. Everyone's worked fantastic today. Everyone's back into the swing of things now. It's only taken a couple of months to get them to work the way foreigners work. So today they just, I don't know, they must have just clicked. Okay, this is how the boss wants it. So I'm well pleased. So they've worked absolutely amazing today. Even though I pissed down this, sorry, excuse the French, even though it rained today, they still came into work, they still cracked on in the rain. So I've got everyone on site today. The house build team, they're up there. 3 phase electric. I've just been doing some upcoming curves. So just put some irrigation pipe in. getting ready to hoist it. Man, my electrician. Yeah.
ไลฟ์สดตั้งมาแปลงรอบนี้ก็เตาเรียบร้อยอีกเขาว่าสั่งรถ
There we go. Trucks there that's coming through, they actually wrecking the road. Stand back. Yeah. Go on, mate. Go on, mate. Yeah. It's gone down 1.5 meters, but then we top off the dirt anyway, so it'll be over 2 meters. So we'll eventually get that old post taken out soon. So I've got a meeting with the lady that owns that post. She owns for the house up there. Her husband's a foreigner, so it's been causing a problem, so we're actually getting that out of the way now. Not that's really in the way now, but it's still one out of the way. Just do that. So I've got a bottle of whiskey here to get to the lads, then we finish. So from this point here, this man takes over. So from here down, you take over. You come near. Yeah. From there, from the ground. Yeah.
for house.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
รับฟอกิฟต์
Nee, for, in front of Chang there.
อ๋อ
Whiskey.
วิสกี้หงทอง
This from the customer.
เหลือครับ
Okay.
ขอบคุณครับ
Enjoy. Thank you guys. ขอบคุณครับ
ครับขอบคุณครับได้อีกไหม
อ๋อไม่ดื่ม
ได้แล้ว โอ้เฮ็ดมันวะ
Okay, so I want to sort this out again. Never ending repairs. It's not repairs, just cleaning, servicing. So basically, I bypassed that, gone into that, cleaned the solenoid, fuel solenoid, the injectors, everything okay now. Thank God for that. Now everyone's stopping for their lunch. So we have our 11 strong posts done, so that they're all done ready. So now they're down to the 20 by 20s for the rest. So I've just got to go out and get some more paint, spray paint for marking the ground. for ที่ไหน Okay, we're ready to break ground now.
จะกองดินได้ไหมบอส
เออ
ลงล่างก่อนนะ
ได้โอ้ไม่โอ้ no just โอ้ ไม่ just make sure because we got ยกเต็นนะนี่ยกเต็นนี่ใช่ไหมนี่ so ไม่เป็นไรก็นี่ลงที่นี่เมตร50ลงโอเค
มันไม่มีที่กองดินเลย
โอ้ก็ดินเยอะนี่ที่นี่นะ
กองล่าง
ใช่ So we're using white chalk, but when it rains it disappears, so another spray in it. White spray or whatever colour we have. So that mark there, that pin there is our 0 mark. And then we actually come 50 centimetre high on that for the beam. But you're going to go 1.5 meters down for the pad. So the pad's going to be quite tall over there. Not the pad, the pile at the front there. Because we'll be backfilling all this with dirt once we get the pads in. Need to start getting the retaining wall in. I like how he's done it. He's got his stick mark there. He's using the theodolite there. And he's got a stick marked 2 points. Just over there. Yeah, there. I'll zoom in on that. That's how he sets up.
ตัวแรกนี่คือภาพพุทธแท้นี่ตัวแรกก็ยังบุคคลเลยนี่
กับตัวซองนี่
ไอ้มีมุดก็ต้องพ้นเส้นนี่
นี่ตัวซองนี่ตัวสามนี่
He's quite methodical, like, which is good.
มันไม่ก็พ้นจะก่อนจะแกะ
มัดก่อนไอ้แล้วไม่ท่อนใส่ก่อนก็ได้แล้วค่อยแกะ
Okay.ไม่เป็นไร I've got to go and change it.
นี่ยังผ้า
I need to set up น้ำมัน filter ไม่เห็น I need to see what เบอร์อะไร
ชิกซ้ายชิกหน้าชิกหลัง
Alright, so I need to check what number that is.
มองเห็นไหมฝั่งโน้นก็มองไม่เห็นติด
ไม่เห็น
มันติดตัวนี้ ติดพลาสติก
นี่ใช่อย่านี่เดาออกที่นี่
ใช่
ไม่เห็นน็อตที่นี่ Alright, we'll go and see because we're ready to pour part of the sub base. I'm just trying to check. got here early this morning because of the rain and that. Because we're doing the 5cm pour up there later on today. These are the sows or posts, pre-posts from the pad to the beams. These are changed. We've actually gone 40 by 20 on these ones, and 10cm apart for the winds. And as if you look, you see how now they're bent over, and then it goes opposite. So we change the direction on all of these now. Change them to the new spec. Makes them much stronger now. So these are going to be the front posts, support posts. I want to, instead of, on the drawing it says 20 by 20, but I want to go a little bit stronger, just because it's quite high. The building's going to be raised quite high, you know.
3 เซนลงเอียงสตาร์ทพุ่นไงเอียงหัวไปเอียงปลายไปผมไงอ๋อขึ้นลงอ๋อขึ้นลงตูดค่อยๆไหมขึ้นนี่บ้างได้เฟซใส่ไง
เฟซโตเนี่ยช่างแม่ในเบิ้ง
อ๋อครับแม่นครับขึ้นครับขึ้นครับ5 เส้นขึ้นอีกนิดนึงอีกนิดนึงอ๋อลายวะ5 เส้นเอามาต่อเร็ว
Tea break. Breakfast time. สวัสดีครับ
ครับตื่นสายครับบอส
ครับ
ฝนตกตื่นสาย
จริงเหรอไม่เห็น Seen it was raining, so I didn't see it. Did like. Let's see who's getting on with these pink curbs. Putting the reinforcement in. So we have 3 stainless steel wires that run in. Okay, that's it. I'm going to call it a day on this one, and see you on the next one, guys. Bye for now.